If the
Apparently
Lions go
nothing I can say.
12-4, I'm sending this tape into ESPN.
Welcome to chance, baby.
We don't win in the specific years that I want us to win.
Let's
Stop
go!
it.
Let's
No.
go! I was big on them in
Wait
Source
a- wait a
Channel.
second.
Because he's not the better player. Watch them play football.
Oh my God! You watched the highlights? Did you watch
That's
Johnny
all the best.
Manziel's highlights when he? Whoa, guys! Look at me! I'm gonna go throw the ball.
If Stidham outperforms Newton, Stidham's going to start. That's all you have. How are you going to win the division with that? How's it going, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of the Nosebleeds podcast. We're back here with a full recap of the AFC and the NFC championships, as well as a preview for the Super Bowl coming up, not this weekend, but we got it up next weekend. Maybe we'll have some Pro Bowl content in here as well. Maybe no Pro Bowl content. Come on, guys. You don't want to see a prime analysis of Stephon Gilmore and Jake Bailey and everybody in the Pro Bowl?
Playing Madden against each other.
That is correct, actually, yes.
Yeah.
Who will
Facts.
pick the Chiefs? Who will be the Eagles?
Amazing.
one.
Anyway, and we have some news to talk about too, all around the NFL. We'll dive into it. My name is Nick Antonakis. I'm here with the usual cast: Andrew Donis, Stuart Brooks, and Chandler Betts, all back here for another video. How you guys doing?
Doing pretty well.
It could be worse.
Doing all right.
All right, that's good. Thank you, everybody, for being
Hey,
here.
I was down. All right, go ahead.
Damn. All right, well, we're not going to waste any more time after all of this rambling. We'll dive into it. Let's start with the Patriots. We got some news from the Patriots this past week. Matt Patricia returning to New England. I called it a couple months back. He is coming back as our defensive coordinator.
No, he's not.
And
our
what do you guys
defensive
think of it?
coordinator.
I'm thrilled,
Not our-
personally.
He's not our defensive coordinator.
Another.
He's back in a Michael Lombardi-esque role as an advisor. He's not our DC.
Good.
He's not the decent. I'm not worried about that.
He's also Andrew's favorite Patriots coach of all time.
I could have
Oh,
sworn
yeah.
that he came back as our DC. Who is our DC?
No,
Do you
he's
not
like a
have one?
defensive-
We
named?
don't
like-
have one.
we don't
We don't
have
have one. We haven't had one since.
Why?
Since Flores.
Flores.
Why
Flores
isn't he
also
just going to be a DC?
Because Belichick is just like, I'm the DC. Screw y'all.
Yeah.
I'm the DCGM HCO.
Dude, Belichick's the greatest coach of all time when it comes to like coaching.
He can do whatever he
No,
wants.
yeah, obviously.
So I don't
but-
think, and he's a defensive orientated coach. So you know, I don't really.
Well, we'll have
a
Patricia
problem
back
with
on the
not gonna
staff.
call
Either
me.
way, he's
Yeah.
probably going to be doing the same thing he did his first run here in New England.
Eating a lot of
so-
pizza.
His first run, he did a ton of things. He was also he was like a tight end offensive specialist coach
Yeah.
for a while.
He's
But,
the user.
No, he's here as an advisor to just bring kind of like what Nick Saban's doing down in Alabama, just bringing a bunch of former head coaches in to
Right.
get different perspectives. Not like Belichick's gonna take any of Patricia's opinions because of how poorly he did as a head coach.
He did beat him though. Remember we lost to the Lions.
Literally every
Belichick's disciple. Yeah, Romeo
Belichick, and then
Crennel.
no one else.
Josh McDaniel. Yeah.
Flores.
Yeah, exactly. So, yeah, man. I mean, he's just probably gonna eat a big ass pizza on the sidelines. You know, Belichick will share a foot long, and the Patriots sideline waistline has grown exponentially as a result of this.
Damn.
It's just
I
gonna.
don't
I'm
have
happy
any
with it. I
Lions
like
I
having him back.
Don't think it's gonna
on
make
the
an impact.
I don't like him.
I don't.
Why?
I don't think it's going to change
Dude,
anything.
he
He's
lost
not-
us that.
Dude,
Super
he
Bowl.
literally lost us
Which-
Super Bowl with his
literally
ass
lost
coaching.
it.
Oh, well.
Shit, my bad.
No, it was more.
It was
It
more
was more-
because Malcolm Butler didn't play, right, Nick?
Yeah,
that was the reason.
exactly.
Even though
Exactly.
he toasted all of our decent corners, and Malcolm Butler was absolute shit that season. It really would have made a
Get
big difference
toasted.
to have the 5'10" dude out there to guard Alshon Jeffrey.
He's cooked pretty well done, well done.
It's a
Not-
well-done turkey steak, and it ended up with the Super Bowl for the Eagles. So that's
They
how it goes.
sold their soul to the devil. and
No,
they
we
won.
should. The Eagles fans should be punished. They should have hired Patricia as their head coach. That
Oh
should
my
have.
God.
That's
should
facts.
McDaniels.
No thanks.
Both
Also,
of them.
Larson
we've Darius
McDaniels.
Slay, so
Well-
that was kind of off the table.
That's a pretty good. tie.
Oh, that's true. Yeah.
They hate each other.
Yeah, he has beef. Well, he's not even. I hope no former Lions players come to the Patriots. Or
Well,
else it's probably gonna be
I
a
think
fight
that-
on the sideline.
Oh no, that would be bad.
Be hilarious.
Hey, no, maybe Kenny Galladay.
No, I don't
Yes,
know.
they can fight. They'll actually physically fight. Who will win that match?
Oh, actually, yeah, no. Now that you say that, that probably rules out the chance of Galladay even coming here because
literally
he
all the Lions
hates
players hate his
Patricia.
ass. Yeah.
I think Galladay
Oh.
should sign wherever Stafford gets traded.
Indianapolis.
I
Imagine
think
Indianapolis.
I think
Ooh.
Marvin Jones Jr. should go wherever Matt Stafford.
I think Marvin Jones
Are they
Jr.
both
should
free agents?
join the
Yep,
NBA.
they both are.
Oh,
Oh,
no, that rules us out from getting Stafford too.
No, it doesn't.
We're not getting Stafford. He's gonna
Yeah,
go to
not
the
gonna
freaking.
make it
He's going to
so.
the Niners.
One of the Niners or Colts at this point.
I think
And we might get
They-
Stafford. I
Dude,
don't
he
know.
just okay. I know that it's not official.
Unless
but
he comes
there
here and
was a
Patricia's
list
like,
today.
no, I hate you.
There was a list today of the top 5 teams he was interested in, and New England was not on that list.
wasn't
but
it?
Wait,
Yeah.
really? What was the 5 teams?
I don't know. New Orleans.
Indy, San Fran.
Yeah.
uh,
Maybe even New Orleans would be good because you get Breeze
they
retired.
can't afford. They can't.
No,
afford
they
it.
can't
New
afford
Orleans.
it.
Well, they can.
Oh my
No,
God,
they're
they
getting
can
rid
bring-
of Jared Cook. They could bring.
Okay,
actually, no,
so
he's not
what?
gonna-
They get rid
Dude,
of
they're
Cook.
100 million over the
They
cap.
get rid of
The
No,
most
yeah,
they
yeah.
can-
Get rid of
the closest they can
Breeze.
get
They
is
could get rid
50.
of Janoris Jenkins, Trey Hendrickson. They can get rid of Cam Jordan. They'd be over the cap.
They
The
can get a. They can get rid of Can guard Mike.
Yeah.
The most they could possibly get. The most they can possibly save is 25, and Stafford is 21 and a half a year. So
Yeah. Well, okay, but yeah, San Francisco, Indianapolis. You know, I don't know.
those are the
Washington.
only, and Washington and then New England are really the only important ones. New England.
Was LA on there?
Oh, yeah. Let me just say Matt Stafford teams. Hold on.
No, there's no way LA is gonna get him.
Why
Well, why
They're
not?
over the cap
'Cause-
too.
So you can make anything work in
What
unless
are they gonna
there's-
do? Trade Goff and his $40 million contract?
not? About a
Possibly.
third of NFL teams have inquired about trading for Stafford. Wow.
Yeah, I saw that too.
Yeah.
Damn.
So
Oh yeah,
why-
he's still. Oh no. Actually, no. He is gonna run out of his contract. But wait,
He has
why
2
would
more
anybody
years
trade
left.
for him then?
for
Oh
Goff,
no, so they
just
can.
4 years. It would just be
Wait,
because
what? Oh,
Goff-
they buy him out. Yeah.
well, they wouldn't buy him out.
Maybe even this.
No, I'm talking about Stafford.
Oh, Stafford has
Maybe you
2
could.
years.
Maybe you could
of
see. Well,
43
they probably wouldn't trade him in division. But I was thinking even Bears or Vikings. You could do a Kirk Cousins swap with picks for Stafford, so you get assets. But because he's under contract, the money could work pretty well.
I don't even
so.
think the Vikings would need him though because
He's
Cousins
freaking-
has been pretty solid. They just need a defense.
Yeah, Stafford's gonna.
Yeah,
regardless of where
he's
he
not
goes.
that. He's not.
I
Regardless
mean,
of
he's
where he
worse
goes.
than Stafford, obviously, but it's not that
I
Stafford's
think
gonna
the
change their record.
clear
I like
number
Stafford.
one has got to be the Colts, right? I mean,
I
Yeah,
think so. Yeah.
you get
they
one
could
more
be
receiver,
pretty dirty with.
one more receiver, and
The
that
Colts,
offense
they
is
bring in-
dangerously good, and their
they bring
defense
in
is one of the best in the
Golladay.
league.
Best
yeah.
offensive line, great running back,
Yeah, maybe the best
solid.
running tandem.
Great
in the
running
league.
backs.
Yeah,
great
Yeah.
running backs, top 3 defense, good head coach,
decent,
Yeah.
good tight ends,
decent weapons.
Great fourth down play calling.
Yeah,
good drafting. They'll probably get a couple
Uh-huh.
players this year.
They
They
will,
have the
yeah,
best
Ballard's-
GM in the
Ballard's
league.
awesome.
He'll draft well.
Fucking Colts, yo, man. Hey, this is bullshit. Why is the AFC so good all of a sudden?
I
We're
know.
never gonna be fucking good again. We're just gonna suck for a decade.
Basically,
Oh,
yeah.
no.
hey, Tony
you don't
Romo
have
said
one
it himself. He
dominant
said the
team that
Patriots
dominates
will be
two.
back in this thing.
Shut the fuck
Belichick
up.
with $70 million in cap space.
Yeah, and then we're just gonna spend it all on Jamie Collins' return.
Yeah.
We're not going to spend it at all. We all know that.
Jamie Collins, 8-year,
We're playing
$48 million contract.
Well, that actually, I mean, that'd be some decent per year value, but I'm not sure about the 8-year part.
What if he retires and we guarantee him
He's
all
like
the money?
30 he's like 30.
Who cares about what if he? What are we talking
Just
about?
like, look, he was on the
This is
Patriots
evolved.
and he was on the Lions with me. He has to come back. Just
So
guarantee him
nobody watches the
all the
podcast.
money.
Oh, yeah, so
We
we're
were
going to bring
Yeah,
back
what the fuck
Cam
are we talking
Jordan.
about?
Like I was gonna sign anyone else.
We should be
What
talking
are
about
we-
news right
Guarantees and
now.
everything.
What are we
News for the
talking
Patriots.
about?
They're still gonna
Okay.
stink.
I don't know.
Okay, I'm forcing us to move on to talk about the Eagles and talk about their head coach signing.
Who did they even hire?
The
Nick
Colts
Sirianni.
offensive
They've
Yeah,
hired
for the
every
Colts
Colts.
offensive coordinator.
Their quarterbacks coach is the OC now.
Oh no. Yeah, wait, no. Wait. Was it the OC or the
Quarterbacks coach. It was
Jonas.
the OC. He's frozen.
I think they got the Chargers.
No,
OC.
he's thinking.
Yeah,
Did they
wasn't
get-
he?
No,
They got
it
the
was from the
Chargers OC, and
Colts.
then they got the
Sirianni-
They got
These
the
are the
Colts
Colts.
QB coach to be like the offensive assistant. And then they got the Colts DBs coach to be the defensive coordinator. And they just hired the Colts tight end coach. They're literally just,
Hold on.
The Colts.
instead of trading Wentz to the Colts, like
Hold
I thought they
on,
were going to
hold
do,
on.
they brought all of the Colts to Wentz.
Sirianni.
Well, that means Wentz will probably stay then.
Yeah, Wentz will
I
stay.
thought he was the Colts guy.
If they don't take Jamar Chase or Devontae Smith and they're available.
No, you're right. Colts assistant Kevin Patullo to be their offensive passing game coordinator.
Him.
Fuck,
Nick
what is
Sirianni
that?
Was on the Colts last year. Well, the
Wow, so they have two offensive
Niners
coordinators,
have
one
a-
for when they run the
No,
ball.
they have
one
an
for
offensive
pass.
coordinator and then like a passing game coordinator.
Yeah,
to
the
figure
Niners
out
have
what
the
the
same
fuck
thing.
to figure out
That's
why
tough.
passing game was terrible. They averaged more yards per play on running plays than passing plays.
Oh my god.
Wait,
Wow.
wait, whoa, 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 whoa,
Yeah,
whoa, whoa,
Nick
whoa.
Sirianni last year was the
Sirianni returns to Philadelphia after spending the last 3 seasons in Indy under Frank Reich.
Why does it say
So he
it's
was a part of
Sirianni?
his staff. Then he must have been with him. Did they win a Super Bowl?
He wasn't. He was on the.
Hey, he's younger than
he was
Tom
the
Brady.
Chargers wide
Yeah,
receiver.
Eagles have the youngest head. They have the youngest coaching staff in all the entire
Yeah,
NFL.
Sirianni-
McVay is
37.
younger though, right?
Yeah, I think so. But
He's like
he's like 36.
36.
Yeah.
He was
Wow.
32 when he was hired.
Yeah.
That's insane.
All
All right. Let's see. What other news do we have? Oh yeah, Jared Goff.
Yeah.
Jared Goff is now supposedly in a battle for the QB
Hold up.
position.
I have the
Goff
I have the
sucks.
direct quote.
Yeah, he's ass.
I can't wait for Goff to lose
Funny
this
thing.
because Wolford is Goff,
Wolford
but
is
he
a-
can kind of run.
Exactly.
yeah.
So, okay, I have a quote.
I don't
from
know
Ian
why.
Rappaport.
I don't know which genius decided to give Goff this contract.
He had a decent 2018 season, but not good enough for this.
Yeah.
And he has, as we've said, he has everything to succeed. One of the best coaches in the league, wide receivers, tight ends, running backs, an O-line, and a
Oh
defense.
god. Cap
And-
number hit
and most of
just
the
shy
play,
of
like
35
through the
million.
first couple games, he was doing well against the
Yeah.
Eagles. He didn't have like he was like 3 touchdowns, no incompletions through
Yeah,
the first half.
And they almost
But
came
it's
back
be-
against the Bills. Yeah.
But it's
Almost
because-
he's almost 20% of their cap space right now.
Oh my God.
That's
The problem with
terrible.
Goff is that all he does is do these play action boot fakes and then hit one of his wide open run after catch guys for 30 yards.
But guys, he had an injured thumb. That explains everything, right?
He's worse. He's like a worse Baker, basically.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
is.
Yeah.
That's actually really good.
Yeah. Because he rolls out, but he doesn't really create as much. Because when Baker rolls out, he's a threat.
John.
Is Goff a threat? Not really.
That's another one of my issues with Baker.
No.
I think Baker's like people are starting to put him like borderline top 10. I'd say he's like borderline top 15.
Yeah.
Yeah,
but
he's like 15.
he's
14.
still not that good of a pocket passer, but he has that ability. But
Like, oh my God, look at
Yeah,
his
he
pass
came
rating on
around
left
here at
side
the end of
this.
the year, but I mean,
All of his passer
before
rating,
that,
all
he
the stats
wasn't
come
really-
from
Play action.
the opposite of golf. Instead of
Yeah.
bootlegging going to the right, he bootlegs goes to the left
Yeah.
and hits.
Oh, Goff is sitting pretty though. Even if he gets, he's got a bunch of guaranteed money, so he just
Yeah,
gets cut and
shit
be like,
ton
"Oh,
of
I'm in LA, yeah, woo." Go
Yeah,
play in the
apparently he was out.
XFL.
Apparently he was out partying before games this past
Yeah.
year.
Yeah, I can't believe when you told me that. I
Yeah.
genuinely couldn't believe it.
Yeah,
That's
it was
terrible.
in 2019. But
I have the quote from Rappaport.
No, yeah, not this past year,
Rappaport.
but
He said, from NFL Now, Rams quarterback Jared Goff has done so many good things in LA. 45 wins since 2017. While John Wolford impressed during his short window. Expect an open QB competition in camp to help it shake out, I'm told. This
wow.
is the funniest thing. Goff
McVay is just
terrible.
taking a shit on Goff.
Yeah, and then also
Yeah.
today, the GM for the Colts, not for the Colts, for the Rams, whose name is slipping me. His name's not important. He said, and I quote, "Jared is the Rams quarterback right now," and then he said something like, "It would be difficult to move him, but in this era of the cap world, we can make anything happen." So that's terrible.
Not a lot. They don't have a lot of
That
assets
shows
to
me they're
trade.
sold on him. That's worse than what the Eagles were saying about Carson Wentz before they benched him for Hurts. I mean, yikes.
Yeah.
That's
Well,
tough.
rest in peace, Rams.
Because I mean,
they'll still probably be good.
at least with Wentz, you could blame it on other things. I mean, in this
Right,
case,
Goff
Wentz-
has no
Wentz-
excuses.
Goff has
Wentz
great
was
weapons
terrible.
and
He
a
was set
great
up
coach.
to fail. Like
Get
even on the
get Wentz in LA. How about that?
no,
I
no,
honestly
we need
think
Wentz.
he's gonna
Don't
have
give me
an
Hurts. Look, I was
can-
excited.
no,
about
you can
Hurts.
have Goff.
That
You
actually
can
might
have
be a
Goff.
good idea.
You can have
No,
Jared
Trade
Hurts
Goff.
Goff
is
for
bad.
Wentz?
Hurts was bad. You guys don't understand how bad Hurts was.
No,
Like,
you can have Goff. You can have Jared Goff.
Oh no,
Yeah.
no thanks. I'm good. I'm good.
Why,
Okay.
bro? He can roll outside.
Well,
Sure, he doesn't know what to do when he gets out there, but he
Goff
can still
is
do it.
bad with
What about-
good weapons.
What about
good
Cam? You
coach.
can have Cam
Oh yeah, we'll take Cam.
instead
Dude,
of
he can run like an animal. Look at him.
Heineke.
And he
I think
can,
Heineke
dude,
has
he
a
throws
chance.
it so it lands close enough to the receiver. It lands within
Alex
a 5-yard
Smith on
radius
one
of the
leg.
receiver most
Alex-
of the time.
Alex Smith in a wheelchair.
I would still take him
And
over
he can
Goff.
just roll his way
Alex
through
Smith
to the end
cast,
zone. Run
You're
him
too
over
scared.
like a
You're too scared to
bulldozer.
tackle him, so he just kind of slowly runs up the field.
Damn.
Dude,
What other news do we have
gets
to
to
talk
it.
about here?
Oh, we Brandon Staley, the Rams
Oh,
coordinator, is now the Chargers head coach.
Good. He's a legend for that. He gets to stay in the same stadium, same daily routine, just different locker room.
Yeah, and he gets Justin Herbert instead of Jared.
doesn't even have to
Goff.
move.
So, hooray.
Herbert's already a top 10 QB, so
That's facts. Wait, now we have to talk about Aaron Rodgers, actually. No, this
no.
might be a good transition, actually. Let's talk about Rodgers' game first, and then we'll talk about Aaron Rodgers.
What about
himself.
the
There's
game
a lot of-
itself? Let's just talk about the
let's
game
wait.
now.
I just said we'll talk about Aaron Rodgers' game first, and then we'll talk about Aaron Rodgers
Yeah,
himself.
but the way you implied it was that it was his specific game and not the entire
It is.
game.
He owns us.
The game proves to me what
Anyway.
I already know. Rodgers is a better quarterback than Tom Brady, but he will never get the legendary status because his team sells every
Also,
year.
he choked in the fourth. Let's be real.
He choked.
kind of
Okay,
facts.
let's not act
Yeah,
like
nah.
he was
It's not like
under
Brady didn't
pressure
choke
every
too.
week.
Anyway, the Bucks
He got
won. They're going to the
20
Super Bowl 31-26.
What a game. I was right. Let's go. Bucks in the Super Bowl, and I predicted last week.
See,
was-
I'm not the only one who's not thrilled that Tom Brady gets to go to another Super Bowl.
Oh, I'm pumped
because
up.
why
I'm here
why
for
do you
it.
guys not feel the same pain as I do? He
Why
literally
don't-
left
I'm
us.
excited. Yeah, I
I'm
don't
over
care.
it.
I don't get
I
you. man.
do.
There's
Dude,
no
we didn't get divorced.
there's no reason for me
Chandler,
not to
do you
root
feel
for the
same
guy.
pain?
Without
No.
Tom Brady,
Why?
I started
No,
watching-
no. Obviously,
Tom
I
is
have
our
no
child.
vendetta against Tom Brady. It's
But-
just
okay,
it
but
hurts to
listen.
see him succeed with another team.
But
Why?
I've been watching football for what, 8 years? Without Tom Brady, I probably wouldn't like football as much just because
Yeah.
he's so responsible for the success. Like,
Yeah.
how many people can say when they're, most people like sports the most, they remember their most fondest memories when they're, in their teenage years, tweens, whatever. And we were fans of a team that went to the Super Bowl 4 times in 5 seasons and won 3 of them. Like,
Yeah.
that just doesn't happen. Like,
Nobody else can make it like a
We
yearly
couldn't-
ritual
we-
to
we
go to the
couldn't-
victory parade.
we
That's just
couldn't-
not a thing.
Yeah,
we
exactly.
could not had
Yeah.
a better moment with him. And so, of course, I'm going to root for him.
Of course.
I know.
another
I'm rooting
place.
for him too, but
course
it's
I
just
decided to Freaking
And
And plus,
this-
it's also significant to see a team like the Bucks, who sucked for a decade, actually do good. I feel
yeah, true.
good for their fans, and it's also just interesting storyline having the home Super Bowl and all that. And it's a fun team to watch. They got all kinds of weapons and stuff. So, and
They're the
there's no
most-
reason not to root for them, except for the fact that he's
I'm
not-
rooting for them. It's just it hurts me a little bit to root for
It
them.
doesn't hurt me at all.
Yeah.
I don't like Gronk. I'll say you that. But
yeah.
No, yeah.
I-
He was there recreating the video with Tom, their iconic video after the
Yeah.
2018 AFC Championship. He was like, "Oh,"
yeah.
when he literally called it
Oh, we're going to
the
the
AFC
championship
Championship in
NFC
the locker
championship.
room. They're like, "What? This isn't the
Yeah.
AFC. It's
Hey,
the NFC." He's like,
you-
"Oh."
You gotta give Romo props because after that Bucks Chiefs game, whenever it was, week 12 or something, he was like, "We can see this, Jim. We can see this in February." He was like, "You sure?" And he's like, "Yeah." And then look where we are now. So
And but also Roman said after the game, guys said, "Oh, the Patriots are going to be back next year."
oh, it's just I hope it's just a sprain. Like,
and
it's
he
just-
also
his leg isn't half.
said that Tom Brady would be back with us.
Smartest coach.
Damn,
Yeah.
Tony has
Yeah.
lied. Anyway, let's dive into the game a little bit more. That first half by Tom Brady was, I think, his
One of the-
best set of football
So
all
good.
year.
in a
far.
while.
Maybe.
Yeah.
I don't know about that. Didn't he put up like 4 touchdowns in one game and then get sit at halftime because they were up a billion nothing?
Yeah,
also
against
against
Detroit.
Carolina.
Yeah, but
Okay,
we're
but that
talking
was
about
Detroit. This is the Packers
One
in
of
the
the best
NFC Championship.
Jair
football he's
Alexander.
played probably since that Super Bowl against the Eagles.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah,
it
he was balling out.
wasn't
dude.
that good in any
touchdown to
specific
Scotty
game.
Miller at the end of the second.
Oh,
Oh,
that was a dime.
his best game last year was the one against the Bills to win the division. That was a pretty good game for him. And he never really had any amazing games in the Super Bowl year, the last one, 2018. He didn't play that well in the Super Bowl. In that Chiefs AFC Championship game, he was good, but based on just the first half of this game, I mean,
he was
could not
carrying
be
in this
stopped.
case.
He could
he
not
was
be
just-
stopped.
Wow.
Yeah, he stunk second half.
Yeah, and then
He
he
was
threw
so
3 picks.
Fucking bad in the second half.
That's the definition of what Tom Brady is. He's like
Dude, no, it's
he's like an
not.
old
No, it's
car.
not.
I feel like it's the
Sometimes
exact
this is-
opposite. Tom
sometimes
Brady
no,
is
he's
the
not.
king of
sometimes he
comeback.
drives like how he used to, and you're like, wow, this is
Currently,
just
yeah.
outstanding. And then
This is how he is now. Yeah.
he stalls and he just sucks sometimes. Like
Look,
there are a lot
okay.
of bumps in the road for him now.
The worst.
I mean,
the
he's still
second
great.
the second one wasn't completely his fault. Evans didn't catch it. It wasn't a great throw.
Yeah, that
but-
was Evans. That was all Evans.
But the
Not all
third
Evans,
one
but-
specifically was like one of the worst throws I've ever seen.
Fournette
You're gonna
also
get
missed
sacked.
he's had a good amount of
Dude,
those worst throws
take-
this year.
Because the thing is that that's the kind of throw that you'd expect not from the 43-year-old quarterback in decline, but like the young quarterback who's still learning. He
Yeah,
threw
the
a
young
good
quarterback
ball.
who could make that throw in college without any penalty.
Right.
Yeah, exactly.
He threw it.
Oh.
It was a good, he threw it long. It wasn't like Peyton Noodle arm at the end or Breeze or anything. It was a long ball. It was probably 40 yards down the field.
Which one are we talking about? Are we talking about the one
last
to Mike
one.
Evans?
No, the last one. The one to Alexander. where he was going to get sacked and
Where it got
Oh, and he just-
bobbled. Yeah.
But he
Just take the sack.
and Fournette did miss the block, but he still should have thrown the ball. Are you crazy? What are you doing?
I mean, was he shooting for out of bounds?
He-
and he
I
just
mean,
didn't make it?
Evans was
I
open.
hope not.
Evans was open, but he didn't get the block. So at that point, you either take the sack or I don't know. Yeah, just take the sack. Like there's nothing else to do. Why?
It's
throw
the
it?
inner Bruce that was whispering in his ear, throw it.
It was a good idea. It was a. I mean, at least he saw Evans, but oh man,
It was not a
Can you
good
believe
execution at
he
all.
threw 2 interceptions in the fourth quarter and they still won. How does that even happen?
Yeah, Brady did not deserve to win that game. He got bailed
It's
out.
because
Todd
the
Bowles
Packers
really-
literally sold by kicking a field goal.
Yeah,
That
when they
was
could have
terrible.
literally scored a
awful.
touchdown, and if they didn't, they pinned the Packers or
Yeah,
they pinned
it'd have
the
been
Bucks at their own 4 or whatever.
Yeah, my problem is not that if they'd been down 6, it would have been one thing, but being down 8
You
is
still
different
need
because you still need to get into the end zone. You
Yeah.
still
Maybe
need
if
to
Tavon
lengthen the
Austin
field.
didn't, drop that 2-point wide open 2-point
Oh my
conversion
god, yeah,
Yeah.
that was also
Yeah.
thrown at his hands.
right because then it would have been a 6-point game, right?
Yep.
So
Yeah.
So I want to clear something
Well,
up for all the
yeah.
listeners. People think Aaron Rodgers could have run that in. That's the
Absolutely.
I don't know if he would have done that. Yeah,
Could've
There is
gotten
a
maybe 2
0% chance he could have
No,
run
at
that
the
in.
end of the
Could've got
game
maybe
there, where
2
they
yards.
on that third down where they didn't go for it on 4th.
Yeah, he could
Yeah.
not have gotten it.
There's
I don't
no-
think he
Dude,
would have gotten
he-
yards, but I'm
he
not sure
had
about
a
a
lane.
touchdown.
He
Dude,
had
look at the
a
picture.
lane.
Look at the picture.
I'm
Yeah,
gonna
let
right
me pull,
now.
let
He
me
had
pull up
2
a
people behind
non-TV
him.
angle.
Yeah, he had 2 people behind him.
Yeah, I don't think he would have gotten in, but
He could have gotten 2 yards tops, which I still think
he should have
gone
thrown the
for it.
ball earlier to
Yeah, that- yeah,
Adams. But I
that
mean,
too.
that's not really like a huge, you don't expect it to be perfect on every single play, but that was the more likely touchdown.
For the most part, he was actually pretty bright. He played.
Yeah, you
Rodgers
played
played a great game.
Rodgers played a really good game. Yeah.
People want to push this like, oh, he didn't score off the turnovers. Most of that was because dropped passes and he was getting hit every play.
And it
He-
was a bad day for the Packers O line.
It was
Yeah.
terrible.
Well, I mean,
Yeah.
They were getting
all right.
killed.
Okay, I'm watching it. I'm
killed
just gonna
Rodgers.
watch it back right now, and I'll show you the spot. Ready? Did I? Okay, I
Can't see
hit
it.
play because I'm a
Reach up.
moron.
Dumbass.
You know that.
That's also
Hold on. Oh my god. Anyway, all right, ready? Right here.
Look, I'm telling you, that's the angle
Look
that
at-
you're seeing on
also
the
look
TV.
at the person who's right behind him, and then the person that's right
Like
to his left.
he can't
If
outrun
he
them.
had
Look at
just
those
started-
look at those
he's
two
37.
linebackers with Lazard. They're
A
gonna come down
full
and
motion.
hit stick him.
He would have had
He-
to know. Also, think about it, he's seeing the field differently than we are seeing it.
Yeah.
Or he could have at
All he's
least
saying- all
gotten
he's
to
saying
like
is
the
pocket
one.
is collapsing. He has to
He
step
couldn't have
up
gotten
and
to
make a
the
throw.
1.
He
He
knows
could've
he has
gotten the
people right
yard,
behind him.
but-
He doesn't know
He
how
could have
much
gotten.
space
He could have
has.
gotten 2 yards.
Yeah, but look what he elects to. He just throws it into
He
blatant
almost got
double
him.
coverage.
He
Those
almost
are to
got
the
him.
best receiver in the NFL. That's not
And
a
he
terrible
almost
idea.
and he
Yeah.
almost caught it, and he did almost catch it.
That was the
Oh.
highest percentage play he could have done,
Oh,
especially if
God.
he actually did know that they weren't going to go for it.
Yeah,
Well, yeah,
I still think
yeah,
they
I
should.
guess.
Still think they should have gone for it.
Absolutely.
Though. I mean,
Oh, they
because
should have
the
gone
playoffs,
for it
the
for
thing,
sure.
it's-
Yeah.
it's not about what happens if you get it. It's what happens if you don't get it. You look at the risk, right?
See,
it wasn't that big of a
exactly what-
risk if you don't go for it. I mean, if you don't
what
get
they
it,
were,
I mean,
yeah.
they would have been pinned deeper with more time on the clock.
Yep.
And it would have
And you
still been
still
a
could've got-
touchdown, and it still would have been a touchdown
You
away.
still could have gotten the ball out so that you would have had your 4th timeout. The 4th timeout
Yep.
being 2 minutes.
They did do a good job with that penalty to try to
Also,
give him
why
the
did
first.
the Bucks kick returner just decide to slide? And
Oh,
Yeah.
Mickens, yeah, he should have gotten down to the 2-minute warning.
Oh, so yeah,
Yeah.
202 or whatever.
He's
Could've
pretty
went-
good, actually. I was kind of surprised.
I
He
know.
had a
I
good
was
game.
really confused.
Yeah, Jordan
They've
Mickens.
been pretty good.
The
They've been
thing-
pretty good situationally this year.
Yeah, the thing is, they were worrying too much about, if we score this touchdown, what if the Bucks drive down the field and kick a field goal and then win? We have to have that safety pillow with some points.
Okay.
They were too concerned about.
I don't
thinking
think that was the concern.
I don't
I think
think
the
it was
concern
either.
was that we're not going to get the 2-point conversion. Let's do this, and then we can get a
Yeah.
touchdown and win it with an extra point.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, which
I think so, too.
was not the right mentality.
I don't know what happened.
Also,
Just
the real
bad.
story of the game in my eyes was Aaron Rodgers was pressured 26 times.
How many times did he get
That's-
sacked?
Yeah.
It was like 6 times. It was crazy. I haven't seen the
He had a
Packers
lot.
O-line this bad.
And then
in a
I
long
think
time.
Brady was pressured less than 7 times. I'm not.
Yeah, they
Yeah,
got a
I
little
mean-
bit,
Wow.
but not as much.
This
as-
is
We're
exactly
only
what
gonna
you'd
win.
expect from an Aaron Rodgers NFC Championship. Actually, no. Usually he plays worse in terms of he usually has a
Yeah,
pretty
he
bad.
played a
But
really
the
good
rest of the team completely sells. It doesn't matter how well Aaron
Yeah,
Rodgers.
I think
Kevin
it's
King is the
Atlanta,
most
yeah.
hated person in.
Oh my
history of
god.
Kevin
Oh.
King was horrendous, and he's been
Responsible
decent this
for-
year.
Yeah, he has. Yeah,
Decent time.
the whole Packers defense.
Ah.
That
That was
Responsible for
terrible.
all three
That touchdown at the end of the
touchdowns
half
and the
was
PI,
what won them the game. I mean, I still
which
can't believe
absolutely
that
was
happened.
PI. First off,
Which one?
the last one, the holding of the jersey, was absolutely a holding, not PI.
Which
On
on
Yeah,
the
last
but
Miller?
still, it would have been a game-ending penalty either way.
My issue
yeah.
with that
Well,
holding
because-
call
well,
is that
no,
there were
because
a
they got the
ton
ball
of
back.
holdings against
There's at least
the
two or
Bucs.
three pretty obvious
The
ones.
the Sean Murphy bunting
Interception.
Interception.
Absolutely.
There was one other one too.
He
That
just
Yeah.
grabs Lazard,
Yeah.
pulls himself in.
There was one other one on Lazard that happened. Yeah, but
Dude, if he hadn't have grabbed him there, he wouldn't have caught the ball anyway.
yeah, probably not.
I agree. I agree.
I agree.
Yeah.
Like, what are you doing?
What was it? Was it second or third down?
You
I think
had
third
the
down.
game
It was
right
third.
there.
It was 3rd and 8.
I mean, it still would have been pretty
Imagine,
tough for them to
imagine
go on
Rodgers
field,
getting the
but-
ball back.
Yeah,
He probably still wouldn't have scored, if we're being honest. He was pressured 26 times.
yeah, they would have had to go
Well,
away
yeah,
from the
but
field, but
still,
They would've
that
had
would
to-
have been a
At
totally
least to
different.
give the ball and I'm so mad at LaFleur.
yeah, he did not have a.
Stupid
yeah.
call.
And also,
And he's
whatever
been a great
they-
coach
they
all
called-
year. We've been saying like, "Wow, Rodgers can do so many good things with a better coach behind him."
Yeah.
And then this happens.
They
Like,
called
an
that
incident
what's it called? They called the famous Greg Williams defense on the
Yeah.
Scotty
on
Miller
the-
touchdown.
yeah, Scotty
What the
Miller.
fuck are you doing? The Bucks
Why?
had no timeouts and only 3 seconds. So
Dude,
literally, if you
prevent
tackle him at the 1 yard line, it doesn't matter. They
Yeah,
can't even get a
that
field
doesn't
goal because the time would have expired.
Ask
Psych.
Madden.
Yeah, what the fuck? Even Troy Aikman was excited. He was
Yeah,
like,
they should have just played the edges of
oh!
the field and deep.
Exactly.
three
like
man,
prevent
you know,
defense.
3 man. Yeah, come on. Well,
I was
the
gonna
Bucks,
say-
first wild card team to make it to the Super Bowl since the Ravens, who also won.
First
it?
team to not play a home game and make the Super Bowl since the
Just
2010 Packers.
Packers. Yep,
And it's interesting because they haven't played a home game and then they are going to play one in the Super Bowl.
that's weird. And then
That's really weird. Also, what was yes? So, in that scenario, on 4th down, 4th and 8, pretty much on the goal line, there was a stat. It was on the Pat McAfee show, so I don't know exactly where it was credited to. But on 150 scenarios, only 3 times did the team kick the field goal. This is one of the 3 times.
oh my god,
Wow.
that was 3 of 15.
That's terrible.
2% of times.
You have the MVP, and then you don't try.
And the best,
That was
Give him a
best red
chance.
zone, one of the best red
It's
zone
literally,
receivers
it's
in the league.
exactly like kind of like the Seahawks situation in Super Bowl 49. Give it to the best running back in the entire league who's
I
had one of
don't,
the
I
best
don't think
seasons.
it's
If
the
he
same.
doesn't get it, he doesn't get it.
But it's the same
kind of thing.
mentality. It's the same mentality, though. It's the same as the Titans earlier
Not the
this
same
year.
situation.
It's the same as
but
the Titans in the wild card round. Not
You,
giving it to Derrick
you
Henry.
run with what
If you don't
works.
get it, you don't
Yeah.
get it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you
You
live with
have
that
the-
decision. You live
you
with
have
the
this
failure
great
of the best
thing
player. Yeah.
That can do this almost every time.
If you don't get
If
it,
it
you don't
doesn't
get it.
happen, it
just
doesn't
doesn't-
happen.
Yeah, you know you gave
never
yourself
going
that
for it will
chance.
never even have the opportunity to try and present itself.
And
It's
now
just-
everybody's going to ask questions. Not, I mean, for LaFleur himself, wouldn't he want? Like, he would not be getting asked all these questions about his coaching ability if they had gone for it and not got it.
Yeah, you're right.
Mhm.
They wouldn't have been like, "Oh, why didn't he kick the field goal?" Like, who would have said that?
Nobody would have
Imagine
said
how like
that.
Frank Reich looked at this game like, dude, I was trying to do this all season with Phillip Rivers. You have Rodgers and you're not going to give him the ball.
I know. Oh, God.
yeah.
It's
Well,
terrible.
all right.
And I think that's a good transition to talk about the
Congrats to
little
the
bit of
Bucs.
turmoil that Rodgers had after the game. He said that his
Oh.
future is very uncertain.
I think he meant
Packers,
figuratively.
and
I don't
now
think
he's-
literally.
And now he's asking for an extension with more money.
Oh, he deserves
That's
it.
not really what happened.
I heard it reported today.
What
that
happened?
He's.
I watched I watched the Pat McAfee show every day. They have Aaron Rodgers Tuesday every Tuesday, so he actually cleared the air on it. He said,
Oh, really? Oh, wow. That
Yeah,
must
he
be a
had it-
tough show to come on after that.
he farted,
he-
and then they got air freshener. So
pretty
cleared
much,
the air.
yeah. But what he was really saying was he was saying that because obviously he was being like as real as possible. Nobody's future is certain, literally, as in like Aaron Jones is probably going to be gone. He talked about how they let go of some equipment manager who'd been there for his entire career this year. It was a weird story, but he was saying
you needed
the
that gym
direct
sock.
quote. Yeah, the direct quote that actually came out of that was, I don't see. Let me pull up the exact quote. It was basically him saying that he doesn't see himself not being in Green Bay next year.
Yeah, I don't think it's
so
that
he's
likely.
he's saying it
Yeah,
from a
he's-
standpoint of if the Packers make a move.
Yeah, because
Look, I
he's
know that
saying he does
his team
his future
Okay.
isn't in his control anymore.
his team didn't play amazing, obviously, whatever the coaching, but like realistically, how many situations, especially, I know that he doesn't have a ton of offensive wide receivers, but he has Tanyan. Lazard's pretty good. Adams is probably the best wide receiver in the league. They have a running game, O-line, they have draft picks. Like, there's not that many better situations in the league that he could go to. It's not like Brady.
Yeah.
Like, Brady went to a way better situation in Tampa.
Yeah.
Like, how
But
many
the
better
direct
Patriots
situations?
are on the
How many
decline.
better situations realistically that he could go to right now? The Colts, maybe, and like the Rams. Like, that's not that many. So,
And would the Rams?
Could
the
they? I
Rams
don't think they
would
can.
probably be better.
Could they afford him?
No.
They
Yeah.
could
But
make
still.
it work. They can make it
Yeah,
work.
I'm sure they would, but it's just like
Um,
it doesn't seem likely to me that he's going to be changing teams.
Yeah. So the direct quote was, "I don't think there's any reason why I wouldn't be back." So he's going to be a Packer next year, but it's really the question about after that because
Plus, he's getting up there. How old is he? 37.
yeah, I still think
He
he
said
has
he has like 4
5
years.
I think he has 5 more.
He'll
good
probably
years.
play until he's like 42,
yeah.
So
37. Yeah.
you don't pick a first round quarterback and then sit them for 3 years anymore. Like that happened with Rodgers. I think it was 3
Yeah.
years.
Right.
But
Mhm.
that was interesting why I think 3. But also Rodgers was probably the best player in that draft. Like the 2005 draft. It was
Right, because there was
between him
people
and
talking
Alex
about him
Smith.
going 1,
Yeah.
even up to the
Yeah.
draft day.
Until like 2 days before the draft.
Kind
there
of
was
like
the
Johnny, a little
consensus
bit like
that
Johnny
he was number
football.
1.
Yeah. A little like Johnny football.
Mhm.
Kind of, yeah. But Jordan Love was the 5th best quarterback in that last draft, and he'd probably be QB7 in this draft. Like he's not
Mhm.
very good.
We've heard like nothing about him.
Yeah.
He is the next Stidham.
That would be
I'd
depressing.
feel so sorry for all the Packers fans.
He's worse.
Dude, they could draft
they
a
screwed up
cornerback.
bad because all I could think about was like,
It could have
if
had
you had only
Ayuk.
drafted like a weapon
They
with that
couldn't-
pick,
Brandon Ayuk.
Right before.
A corner, a linebacker, defensive
they-
interior.
Literally anybody
Something.
except a quarterback.
Yeah, it was the one position. you didn't
Dylan was a good pick. Now looking back, even though they
I
didn't
don't
really
know how
need a
good.
running back,
Well, because
he's kind of made his impact
Jamal,
in the receiving
because
game
Jamal
as well.
Williams and Aaron Jones are probably going to be gone next year, so they were looking to the.
Are they both free agents?
See,
both
again,
are,
they're
yes.
just looking ahead to the future, replacement when you have
Well-
almost enough talent to win in front of you.
The
I'm sure
AJ
they'll keep
Dillon one
one.
was
I'm
much
sure
better.
they'll keep one of the two of those. running
Yeah.
backs.
They,
I-
I
they're
don't
not
think
gonna
they'll
be
hold
able
on.
to
There was
keep
just some news on Aaron Jones.
Oh, really?
The contract offer that he declined would have made him a top 5 running back in terms of
Okay.
salary.
To the Jets you go.
Oh, that's
The,
tough.
Oh my
the
God.
current pickup was in the guaranteed money, and Aaron Jones
Okay.
has switched agents. I don't expect Aaron Jones to return. I don't know why they would let him. I don't know why he's going to ask for big money because he's a top 5 running back in terms of fantasy points. But
Yeah.
that's how running backs are
To
seen
the
as valuable.
Falcons or Jets he goes.
I was in a heated debate earlier.
Man, but they got
Uh,
Todd Gurley, bro. He
Gurley's
scores
also
touchdowns by
He
accident.
is washed. He's done.
Gurley's
I was
also
in a heated debate earlier about Josh Jacobs versus Miles Sanders. I don't think it's even close. Sanders is significantly better. He had a significantly worse offensive line, more yards per carry, more broken tackles per play, more created yards per play. He did.
Yeah, and he has a terrible O line.
Devontae
I need to get a
Booker.
lot of carries.
on this one. I actually do agree with. I'm not a
Devontae
huge
Booker
Miles Sanders guy.
outplayed
And he has
Josh
Dig
Jacobs
Doug
when he
Peterson.
played. He had more yards per carry with the same offensive line, and then as soon as I bring that up, people are coming with, Josh Jacobs, look at all his yards, look at all his touchdowns. I don't care. Look, it's the same thing with Aaron Jones. He's decent, but he's so replaceable. He's not a Dalvin Cook, Nick Chubb,
Yeah.
There
CMC,
are only
Derrick
like
Henry.
4 running backs that aren't replaceable.
Kamara.
6.
Those are like the 5 guys I'd pay money.
Saquon, CMC,
Saquon,
Derrick
yeah.
Henry, Dalvin Cook.
I'd give money to 6. Saquon,
Yeah.
Derrick Henry, Nick Chubb, Dalvin Cook, and then Kamara and CMC.
Yeah,
And Sony Michel.
Any other running back?
Yeah,
I'm
and
waiting
Sonny
for the
Michel.
3rd round draft.
I hate
Some
you
dude
so
from
much.
Utah, and he'll
even
I
Sonny Michel.
actually, I also got into an argument with somebody saying that I don't think that we should cut Sonny Michel, but I'm saying I don't know if he's worth more than the $750,000 we would save
Why would we not cut him?
because we only saved $750,000.
Yeah, so there's no
We saved
need.
$3 million, and it's obvious to cut him.
I said we should trade him for a 7th.
You think that we'd even get that?
We also only saved.
Maybe we'd get a prospect.
You think we'd
I
get a
don't know.
seventh
Prospect.
I
This
don't
isn't
think so.
baseball. It's not how it works. Man.
Guys, who knows? Maybe we
Sounds
can
good.
get another Jared Stidham.
Oh yeah.
To
that's
replace
really-
Jared
Yeah,
Stidham.
woohoo.
So Dick, how is your
Let's go.
prediction? Just if we want to look back, you
Oh, the
said
Jared Stidham one? Personally, I think it's looking really good. You know, he's
Yeah?
That's an
set up for
interesting.
greatness, guys.
He's
6
probably
Super
gonna
Bowls
get cut.
incoming.
Yeah, bro. He's
Tom
gonna be
Brady
the face
2.0.
of the XFL.
Facts. He's gonna tear it up in the XFL.
Dude, he'd
Go
still be
Jared.
the face of
He's
that
heading to-
Stidham deserves an NFL spot, not as
Yeah,
a
on the
starter.
Eagles.
Maybe not as a
I
backup.
mean, sure,
but
you
as a-
take him. You take
Yeah,
him.
you can have him.
Yeah, have him.
Yeah.
We'll take Hurts.
No.
Yeah.
Actually,
Yeah.
wait. We'll keep him.
No, we won't.
Why not? Why can't he just be our quarterback?
Because
Well,
he's gonna
because-
he's
Our
gonna
backup,
throw.
our
Good.
backup, our backup.
I don't know what else. What other
He's
reasons
he's
you
gonna
have?
throw. He's gonna throw 7
He
touchdowns
actually
and
isn't worth
43
the
interceptions.
Damn, that would be
Save
terrible.
$750,000 if we cut him. He is not worth $750,000 when we.
Oh,
can
but
get-
Sony is.
They're
Dude,
neither of them are worth
Sony is
anything. Just cut
objectively
them.
much better. As much as I don't
Yeah.
like Sony,
He does
I mean,
produce.
Sony can run the
occasionally.
ball or do his job.
Better than Stidham can pass it. How many
Yes.
turnovers do you think Sony has in his career? I don't know.
Sony
I don't know.
is really important.
He's got more touchdowns than turnovers, therefore he's better than Stidham, Mr. 2 touchdowns and 2 pick sixes in his career. So he has no.
That is tough. He's
has
thrown 4 touchdowns. If you look at it like from an advanced mind point of view, he's thrown 4 touchdowns throughout his career, only 1 interception.
And he's also led 2 other
He
drives. to-
One of them was to Jamal Adams before Jamal Adams became bad. So he was basically making Jamal Adams' career right there. But now
Correct.
without Jared,
What was his
he's
first career pick
useless.
6?
it was a touchdown. No.
Yeah. All right. What's
So
the
it's
next?
good.
Can we go to the Chiefs game?
Next game and
Yeah.
final game that we will talk about today. We have Chiefs versus Bills. Chiefs dusted on my Bills.
Oh, I'm so happy.
38-24.
I'm
Bills.
sorry.
My
I was ex-
Bills.
Jonas' Bills.
Yeah, you're not
38 to
your
20.
Bills.
24.
No, I'm not even going to give them that title. They're not my Bills. I like the Bills. They're my second team. I'm a
They
Bills.
are your Bills, Jonas.
He's a Bills apologist.
I drew a little ranking on my desk right here. I saw my math.
Jared.
I got a white desk, so I just draw all over it. I have my rankings. I'm an Eagles fanatic,
Yeah.
Bills supporter,
Apologist.
and then Bills fan, and then supporter of Colts, Bears, Chiefs.
Yeah, well, the Chiefs are in the Super Bowl again.
Why do you
Chiefs because
support
of
the
Andy Reid.
Bears?
Why not?
Colts because of Frank Reich, and the Bears because of Nick Foles.
Yeah.
Props.
So it's
Bro, Nick Foles is trash though.
He's better than
Better
Stidham.
Stidham.
he also
Is he?
Yes.
He was at points where he was at points this year where you guys were seriously considering being like, oh damn, Stidham might be better than this guy.
Nope.
No,
At no
I
point
don't
was
think
at no point in their careers will Stidham be better than Nick Foles was ever.
Nick Foles.
Really?
I
Even
would
at
take
his worst?
retired Nick Foles.
What
who's
about
to
preseason
become
Jared Stidham versus this current Nick Foles that we have?
Foles.
nobody takes the podcast
Preseason
seriously, man.
Jared all the way.
Didn't we agree to never talk about Stidham again?
We did.
Yeah, no, we've
many times,
said this
many,
like
many
40
times.
times.
Okay, Nick.
You
This
brought
game-
him up,
there's
Donis.
nothing
You're the
to
one who
even-
brought him up.
There's nothing to say about
You
this
said,
game.
"How's that?
You brought him up.
You brought him up. You said, how's that Stidham take going, Nick?"
I brought him up after you guys were talking about cutting him.
No, I was talking
Yeah.
about cutting Sony, and then you said,
You said it. No, we brought up
Yeah, we brought
Stidham.
up Stidham, yeah.
You brought
"He
up
did."
Stidham. I would
Yeah.
never bring
No,
up Stidham. I'm
when
not
we
stupid
go
enough
back,
to do that.
I'm
Nick,
gonna watch
shut
this
up.
back.
We'll
when I'm
rewatch
editing
this.
this.
Nick, shut
When I'm
up.
editing this, I will watch it, and then
fighting
I'll
a
put a note
losing
right
battle,
here
man.
saying who was right. And then if it was me, it's gonna have a smile, and if it was Donis, it's gonna be a frown because I'm the editor. Anyway, anyway, we have this game.
This game was
Chiefs
boring.
won. They're going to the
It
Super
was
Bowl.
so
I mean,
boring.
we everybody thought that this was gonna happen. So
They did.
Mahomes showed
A lot of people
no-
were picking the Bills all over the media. Kyle
I
Brandon
wasn't,
was on the
and I
Bills.
was-
60% of the money was on the Bills.
A lot of people picking the Bills. A lot of people.
people
And
lost
it's
money
funny.
this weekend, guys.
It's
Yeah.
funny because even after the Bills took a 9-0 lead, I was still like, "Oh, Chiefs are just gonna win."
Yeah, they're gonna score
Well,
20.
no, because when they missed that extra point, I was like, "Oh, this is bad news."
Yeah, I'm
Yeah,
sure
right.
the extra point was the
Oh, yeah, that
deciding
was the-
factor in the
that
game.
was
Not
when
the
the
Bills'
momentum-
Guys,
inability.
I felt the momentum swing
Nick.
in the stadium from my
Momentum's
house.
not a
This is
thing.
not your day.
Chiefs.
What do you mean momentum's not a thing? Of course it's a thing.
It's not
on a
anything that
first
actually-
Overrated.
quarter extra point.
It's not that. It doesn't
Gotta
actually
roll
have
with the
that much of an
momentum,
impact on the
guys.
game. It rarely
No.
does.
Especially when there's no fans.
Anyway,
Yeah, the only way it has impacts is with the fans disrupting
It seemed
the
like
offensive
it seemed
line
like
and
the
they're hard
Chiefs. the Chiefs are just cruising. It seems like
This
they just
was
like they were
Well,
at
they
like
first
80%.
try.
and went on
Yeah, it was like-
autopilot.
It was like they were at
You
80%
combine the most
capacity.
creative play caller of all time,
Yeah.
one of the fastest wide receivers, top 5 tight end all time, the best quarterback in terms of talent and production, and at least in so far of all
One
time.
of the best O lines in the league.
What do you expect?
Eric
Like
Fisher's also
nobody
out.
can stop them. You need them. You can't lose to the Chiefs if the Chiefs play well. The
Go
only
Tom.
way,
Yeah, absolutely.
the
Except for
only
that
way you
one
beat them is
time.
if they have a terrible
Yeah.
game.
2018 AFC Championship.
Let's
They
go.
played-
Yeah.
I was
We're the
rewatching
only
that
team
that
to
was
ever
sad.
beat
Well, in the
a
first half,
good
they didn't play
Patrick
well,
Mahomes.
but they were hella good in the second half, and we still beat them. So
That is tough, Pat.
Is he 26-2 as a starter? Is that the stat? Mahomes?
no, he's got more losses than that. He lost one game this year. He lost that game in 2018, and then he must have lost a few games last year. They went 12-4.
Oh yeah, fair. I
you
think it's
can't-
20. It must be 26-2. When there's some 26-2. It was
I'll
like
just
a
look it up.
clause.
No,
Might
he
have
was
been
injured
really bad
last
half.
year.
Yeah, but I still think he lost a starter too.
Yeah. I think he
So
lost it.
let's just say he has 4 losses on his
I'll look it
career.
up. Hold on. Patrick Mahomes' career.
While Stewart does that, I also want to say that Brady didn't lose a playoff game until 2005.
Yeah,
Put
he
that
was
out
9-0 in his first playoff.
Yeah, I was just-
10-0 or something.
Yeah, because he missed
Wow.
the playoffs and he won 3 Super Bowls and every year that he didn't miss the playoffs. That's
Yeah,
crazy.
that's a
For
good Pro
oh my
Football
god.
reference.
He's the
Uh,
GOAT. Screws to
Really?
everybody who says that
Really,
he's
Nick?
not.
What? Tom Brady
Ethan
is the
says,
greatest quarterback of all time?
Ethan, if you're watching right now, Ethan says that Aaron Rodgers is the best quarterback of all time.
Dude, I'm gonna have to bury you, Ethan. I'm
Like,
sorry.
yeah, he's the best, but obviously Brady is the greatest. That's the
Yeah,
way it
best and
goes.
greatest aren't the same thing.
Yeah.
So I guess if that's what he meant.
I don't know how to find this. I'm looking at Pro
Yeah, if I
Football.
had to go best, I don't know if Brady's.
If you were
I'd put
picking
Brady
someone
over
in their prime, sure, pick Rodgers. But like
prime, prime.
legacy-wise, Tom has
So,
won more,
legacy
which
is
makes him a
great.
better quarterback.
Best is level of play. If I had to
Yeah.
start a team right now,
Mahomes. No.
Yeah,
I would either take Mahomes
Yeah.
or Rodgers.
Rodgers, the thing about Mahomes that's so amazing is that he's like, a lot of us, I've been watching football 8 years. You guys probably a little bit longer, Nick around the same as me. And we've seen a lot of great quarterback play. The best I think I've seen from a level of play was Rodgers from 2014 to 16, where he was just
Yeah, that
dragging
was
these basically terrible
insane.
Packer teams to
Yeah.
playoff wins. Against Arizona and all that against Dallas.
Oh,
But
that was ridiculous.
Mahomes is
God.
clearly better than that version of Rodgers. So there's just
Yeah.
nothing to say. He's just so
I wish
fucking good.
I really want Mahomes to just get on a bad team because I really just want to.
Why would he do that?
why?
I want to see him flourish, just absolutely
Flourish.
chaos.
Is he not flourishing right
Dude,
now?
no way.
He
The other-
is, but
No, why would you say that? That's like being like, damn, I was really happy Allen Iverson played on these shitty Sixers teams his whole
Yeah.
career instead of getting on a good team. Damn.
no,
that's
no,
awesome.
no. I said one day. I hope he gets on a bad team for a year. Somebody gets hurt.
No,
Like
I want to
Tyreek-
see a star play on a good team, not a shitty team. What
Yeah,
kind
I
of
want to
philosophy
see
is that?
him do
Oh yeah,
Make a bad
Nick,
team
this is-
good.
Nick, you are
No.
awful today. This is a
Why?
terrible
You
episode for
just said with Rodgers being on the subpar
yeah, and I would have
Packers.
rather Rodgers been on a
Been
good
on the
team at that
Patriots,
time,
yeah.
not the shitty Packers who didn't have a defense or
Yeah.
had still young.
Well, we're
Yeah,
never
it
going to
kills
be able
me
to. We're
to see
never
good
really going
players
to be able to
stuck on
see
bad teams.
Mahomes.
Dude, Deshaun Watson this year was painful to watch.
It was painful to watch because
Oh,
Deshaun
yeah,
could have
no.
could
No,
ball
yeah.
out.
Dude, I
Obviously,
really like-
obviously not on
I-
that level of a bad team. I'm not talking about
It was
horrendous.
great to see Tracy McGrady lose in the first round his whole career. especially
Bring
a top
Tom
5
Brady to
player.
I don't know.
The 2019 Patriots.
Yeah, he still did okay, but
Yeah.
Yeah,
no,
or
fuck.
s- I
It
mean,
They
wasn't-
try to
not-
rack
not
his
that
brain
bad,
for
but,
a
like-
bad team.
yeah, dude, it was so
the
awesome. to
Jaguars.
see, let's see, James Harden. I wish James Harden had stayed on the Rockets for the rest of his career. That would have been awesome. Oh,
Why they're
yeah.
elite.
Jesus.
Anyway,
This
anyway,
is, everybody, I want you to rate in the comments how bad Nick's performance has been today. Like 10 being
It's like a-
terrible, 1 being his best show.
Every time Nick starts talking,
this
I
is
just
not my
I
best
just tell
show.
somebody else to kill time while he rambles on.
They're like, oh, I'm googling something. I swear.
Maybe we
That's
do
why
need
we're
a
letting
break.
him talk. Anyway, anybody else have anything to say about this one?
Hell for the Bills. This is the farthest they're going. Next year, there's the beginning of decline for them. Stephon Diggs starts throwing a tantrum. He doesn't get enough targets. They go to 10-6. They lose in the wild card. Then it's all downhill from there, baby. Fuck the Bills. The Patriots will be back on top if we sign Aaron Rodgers in 2 seasons.
Yeah, woo!
Also, 3 of 3 Patrick Mahomes' seasons have ended with him hosting the AFC Championship. If Tom Brady didn't exist, I think that we can be very confident that Mahomes would have 3 Super Bowls.
If D Ford wasn't offsides by a half inch,
Yeah, we
he'd
should
have
not-
3 Super Bowls.
That was one of the
Was that
best.
D Ford or was that Frank Clark? Was that D Ford?
Yeah.
Because then he went to go to the Niners and they lost. So he got the Chiefs got his revenge. Got his
He
revenge on them.
gotta get fucked twice.
Yeah. Well.
Well,
Shouldn't have
yeah,
been
we'll
offside.
get. I mean, actually, let's see because I did post the questions thing. Let's see if we have any questions.
Yeah, probably not because you posted it 8 minutes before the episode. Nick.
Yeah, I actually asked a question today. So
Guys, we get them anyway, so it's fine. But if you haven't already, make sure to follow us on Instagram. Oh shoot, what is this? Oh, Jason Witten's retiring. Wow, I already knew
And
that.
so is Greg Olson.
Oh, boo-hoo. Cam made like an emotional post, but he did in like his stupid typing letters. So.
It's like,
He really woke up. Posted that. And said,
Oh,
"This-
great. We don't have any questions. The only question we have is from Stuart,
Well,
which
yes,
I
we
am
can.
not reading because it's stupid.
does it have to do with the Seahawks tackle who was recently cut?
No,
No,
it
it's
does
not.
not.
I should have.
It has to do with nothing. Anyway, let's just move
Sounds like it
on
has to
then,
do
I
with
guess,
something.
to the good old predictions time.
it has to do with my excrement.
God. Stuart, just read our records from last week.
I just want to say to the audience, I'm sure Andrew has had to do the same thing. When I talk about the fact that I'm on a podcast for college applications, I'm very careful
Yeah, you don't
I'm
say
very
the name.
careful to not say the
Yeah,
name.
Michigan. I know you guys probably already have my decision ready and you just haven't sent it out yet. Please don't consider this as part of my application. I know
Yeah,
I
this-
wrote about this.
This is our podcast today.
That's
Oh,
Nick today.
damn.
That's Nick. Yeah.
And then what about Philip Gaines' stat line? Here, hold on.
No, they're like the Broncos quarterback Kendall Hinton.
Wait, where's the? Oh shit! Hold on,
3
hold on.
interceptions, 2 complete passes.
This is
No, it was 2 for 9 with 2 interceptions. Don't give him 3.
Oh my bad.
Making his passer rating 0 instead of 4.2.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's
Okay, that was tough.
Wow.
I can't see that. What is it?
It was.
It's the picture he always sends.
Yeah.
To
Philip
the,
Gaines
8 receptions.
thrown at 8 times, completion 6, 209 yards, 2 touchdowns. Or how about Carlton Davis versus Tyreek Hill? In,
Literally just show any of the Eagles corners. Darius Slay, Michael J.
no context
Yeah.
NFL for you folks. Stuart,
All right.
what are our records?
So last week, we only had 2 games and Donuts wasn't here, but you guys both picked. We all picked the Chiefs, so we got that one. But you guys picked the Packers. I picked the Bucks, so I finally beat you guys in a week. I went 2-0.
Yeah.
Our playoff records are close, actually.
Ooh.
You guys are both 6-6 still. I'm 5-7, and then our total records. Chandler is still 3 games ahead of Nick, and he's 5 games ahead of me now instead of 6. But Chandler, even if you get the Super Bowl wrong, you finished with at least 500, so that's good.
Oh yeah. I would have made money if I bet it on every game.
Right? Yeah, you would have made it.
Yes.
Well, unless you
Yes.
didn't get it, yeah. Then just didn't bet on the Super Bowl. But okay.
Yes.
All right, so we only have 1 game to pick, and Chiefs at, well, not really at, but kind of at,
Yeah.
against the Bucks. I wonder who's wearing white. I think Tampa Bay is going to wear white because NFC picks this year.
Hmm.
Who they want?
Yeah.
white.
Hey,
I
put
got
Tom
just
Brady in a
update.
away
While I'm-
jersey,
while I'm
good
filling
things
time
will
on my phone,
happen.
Chiefs wearing red, Bucks will be wearing white, according to Adam Schefter.
Oh, okay.
See, but why? Why? Because again, this is going to be like the 2 years in a row with the red teams in the Super Bowl.
Right? Yeah, good point.
It's just stupid.
Well,
Oh
Oh my
my
god, how stupid! I wish
The
they chose
colors.
that. I wish they chose.
Wear like an alternate
Super
jersey
Bowl-
or something, please.
Come on, guys. Why
What do you
can't
mean
we just let the
alternate
Lions
jersey?
make the Super Bowl?
I don't know. Wear your
They're
I
color
want
rush.
Lions Dolphins.
what is the best Super Bowl jersey matchup of recent years? Let's see.
Patriots Eagles was pretty good.
Yeah, that
I was
was
about to
Patriots
say that, but
Seahawks
no,
was
it's
good.
normal.
Yeah. I like Panthers Broncos all right too. I like the Panthers jerseys.
That
I
one
don't-
was
I don't like
good.
the Broncos jersey.
The Rams classics were
Patriots
okay, but
Falcons was
kind of
pretty
weird.
good.
I like
Kind of
the
weird
Rams.
against this.
I want the Bills in the Super Bowl with that all red color rush.
That'd be kind of neat. But then they need to
Again,
get someone
red.
non-red. Dude, we would
No.
wear yeah.
Bills color rush red is like different.
red.
The
Yeah,
hey,
this
be
is
ready
a
to see
big
lots
time
of red. The
color
Chiefs are making the Super Bowl the next 8 seasons, so you
Yeah.
know.
Can we at least get like a blue team or something?
Look how
Well-
clean that is. Look how clean that is.
That is really clean. Yeah,
Look
guys,
at the
come on,
Jets
guys.
and
Can
they're
we just
all
get the
green
Jets?
jerseys.
Can we
Ugh.
get the Jets in the Super Bowl?
It used to be the white team
on,
always
Deshaun.
won, but
Make it
now
Miss the Jets in their away jerseys. I feel like I haven't seen that in a long time.
The color team.
Nobody watches Jets games. That's why.
The non-white team has won the Super Bowl 2 of the last 3 years. The Eagles beat us; they wore green, and then last year the Chiefs wore red, and they won. So the white curse is starting to go away for the teams.
Yeah.
Well, it's
Also,
not a white curse because
also-
you would win if you had the white jersey.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, exactly. And also no MVP curse for the Super Bowl because
Yep.
the Super Bowl is not. The
And no
MVP.
15-1 curse.
No,
Shout out to
That's
the
cool.
Chargers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, all right. Anyway, the line right now it was 3.5. Now it's 3. I'm surprised it's not 5. To be honest, I think it should be higher.
Yeah.
And Tampa Bay is good. Don't get me wrong, but I mean, it's the Chiefs. Come on.
So
man.
let's break down the game a little bit before we do the prediction because we have some time. So Eric Fisher is out most likely. I think I'm not sure if it's
Yeah,
He's out.
yeah,
He's
out.
definitely out.
Tore his
ACL.
didn't he? Yeah.
Oh,
Is
it's
Not
torn.
Achilles, I
Is
thought.
ABL?
Yeah,
AB is. I think he's going to play. He almost played this week. So
He's
Yeah,
gonna play.
AB will play.
Okay.
Le'Veon Bell is going to be playing.
is
Wow, he's done so much.
Nick, literally shut up. I'm just making a point. That
and then what about Winfield and White?
Winfield will be playing.
They
Ooh.
both Buccaneers safeties were out
We're
of the
not
game.
playing. Yeah.
Yeah. But
Having said that, there is
Imagine
one
Patrick Mahomes
player-
just doesn't play for some reason. That would be terrible.
Like,
Oh,
why
I
do you
see
say
that.
that?
Nick,
It just has nothing to do with anything. It's the most random
Imagine
sentence
that.
Nick,
ever.
get off the podcast. We're
Wait,
gonna
when
yeah,
was
bro.
the
Yo,
last
imagine
time-
if
I have a
LeBron
serious
just like
question.
casually
When
joined
was
the
the
Chiefs and
last
played tight end
time,
instead of
like-
Travis Kelsey. Imagine.
Imagine
When
the
was the
Patriots
last
so stupid.
joined as the third team and we had a
When
three-way
was
Super
the
Bowl?
last time that like a backup quarterback had to go in for the Super
Nick
Bowl,
Foles.
like to start?
Nick Foles.
I hate
Not Nick Foles
so
because he didn't start he started the NFC Championship, right?
Let me think. Hold on. Backup quarterback.
during the game.
Yeah, no, not during the game. To just start the game when the starter started the NFC Championship.
Well, there was the
Or AFC
Bills.
Championship.
There's the most irrelevant
Dude,
question.
this does not matter.
I mean, I
I'm
have
just
an
curious.
answer.
Okay, Nick,
the-
find
What's the
this out
answer?
on your own time.
Who was I don't know his name, but Phil Simms was injured for the Super Bowl against the Bills back in the early '90s, so they had to put in the
Jim
backup.
Nance and Phil Sims?
Well, never mind.
Damn.
I was
sorry.
answering
All right,
the
anyway.
question, but all right. The Scott
Who
Miller
is
game
it? Oh, you don't know the name?
Is Jeff
I'll Google
something. Jeff
You
something.
keep going.
Okay, so yeah, all those players are playing for the Bucks, and the Chiefs have one starting offensive lineman from Week 1, and that's their center, who was also benched for 3 weeks this year. Having
Uh-oh.
said that, there is one factor in this game, and he wears number 15, and he will be in
Jeff
red.
Hostetler.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, number 15 in red, and his name is Patrick Mahomes, and if he is on the field, they will be winning the game. I don't care what the line is. I'm not betting against the most talented quarterback of all time. Give me the Chiefs.
I'm just gonna pick the Bucks because I want Brady to win.
I think I might.
I
Too.
guess-
You
that means I
you
get
can't
the
root
win.
for Brady now. You shit on him
I-
way too much.
Yeah, dude,
No,
you
no,
were like,
I'm not. I've never
"Oh,
shit on Brady. I
oh
like
my
Brady.
God. My life is so hard. We've only won 6 Super Bowls, and now he.
I'm
makes
just
7 on
sad that he's not
another
on our team anymore.
This is not. This is
You
not.
literally shit on the Eagles weekly, and you're still a fan of them.
That's because they're not.
Chandler
good.
literally wanted us to lose
There's
all
a
of our
difference
games this
between
year.
I
So
didn't
we win
want
top
to-
pick
the
of
only
the
reason I
draft.
would
This is
root
right.
against them was to get Devontae Smith or Jamar Chase.
Which will not happen.
Yeah, that was right.
You,
Okay,
I would never
right.
root against.
It's like the
Eagles player
same.
on another
We
team.
all root against our own players and teams sometimes.
No, we don't.
No,
You
no, I
literally
root-
did.
I root
I
for
don't.
Foles. I don't
You
care.
literally were upset
The only-
when the Jets beat us.
Well, because we shouldn't have won that game.
You were
I
upset
wasn't.
that we won.
Dude, you want us to lose too, Nick.
I didn't want us to lose.
Yeah,
You want
I
us to lose
just wanted
the
it to go to
Jets.
overtime
neither
so
of us
Myers could get the
actually wanted us
touchdown so I could win in
No.
fantasy.
No, in the week 17, you wanted us to lose to the Jets.
No, I wanted Stidham to go in.
Well, he didn't, and
And
you
you
still
said
wanted us to lose.
whatever. It doesn't matter.
Anyway, it doesn't matter. I'm still rooting for Brady over the Chiefs. I've said this a week after week.
Yeah,
I'm rooting
okay.
for Brady over the
Yeah.
Chiefs. I hate the Chiefs. I'm sorry.
I will be rooting for Brady, but he's probably not going to win. I hope he
Watch
does.
out.
Probably won't.
The underdog
12, please.
does have a decent record in the Super Bowl in the last
Yeah.
10 years or so. So
It's okay. Could be better.
yeah,
Yeah, he's
Eagles.
only played like 40 games in the Super Bowl. Anyway,
This is Brady's first time being an underdog in the Super Bowl since the first Super Bowl.
Really?
I mean, I guess
Really?
the Seahawks won as a pick.
yeah, that was a
it
pick 'em,
opened.
but
It opened
he
for
wasn't an
Seattle,
underdog.
so
Okay.
it was it did open, but yeah, since then he's been favored in every game, including freaking 14 points against the Giants, which we lost. But
oh, no.
the Rams were favored by 17 against us, or something.
Yep.
Actually, no,
But
I think it was.
Oh.
I'm
I think
it
sorry,
moved down.
I messed up. It's we were favored by 11 in 2007, and then by the Rams were favored by 14 against us.
Yeah.
Super Bowl 38, 36. But yeah,
That's an insane line.
yeah, that
Because-
is pretty for a
because
Super
we
Bowl.
were
That is
also-
pretty amazing.
I would never bet on that line. I would never bet for the
Yeah,
for
absolutely.
the team to
14
cover
in a
that.
Super Bowl. That's crazy. That's just crazy.
What was
Well,
the
looking back on it, made sense. Like the line.
what was the
14,
line
that
for
makes
the-
sense.
Patriots.
what was the
Eagles,
line for the Broncos Seahawks Super Bowl?
It was like Broncos
Good
by
question.
3. It was like Broncos by 3.
Yeah, and it ended up in a blowout. That
Yeah.
is tough.
Yeah. Well.
But I mean,
Who
yeah,
else?
it makes sense that it was 14. I think that.
Yeah, Rams by 14. Yeah.
I mean, yeah, because Brady. Well, I'm not saying why number 14, but like it makes sense that it was so high because it would be essentially like if in 2017 Jimmy Garoppolo went in and led the Patriots, or Brady led us to a certain record, and then he won a playoff game, and then bam, he's hurt. Now we have Jimmy Garoppolo going against basically what was then the equivalent of the 2019 Chiefs. Greatest show on turf.
Yeah. Oh wait, real
It
quick
makes
though.
sense.
The 49ers Chargers in
Is
Super Bowl.
Donis frozen?
I think
Nah.
so. Yeah, yeah, he is.
No, he just muted.
No, he's
Oh,
actually.
Look at him.
Oh, no, he's
Oh,
good.
no,
now.
he's back.
He's back.
I had to pull the old freeze the camera trick. Go talk to my mom for a second.
Oh.
Hold on,
Super
look
Bowl-
at this quick hack. Look at this quick hack. Always during school, just
Yeah.
Oh, it's his picture.
Dude, no way.
That's fucking good. I'm gonna do
Wow.
That's
the notability.
Life
on-
hacks by
the
Andrew
notability
Donis.
split screen is lethal.
that. That's
Oh
nice.
my God.
Super Bowl 29 was 49ers with Steve Young and the Chargers. I don't know who the quarterback was. The 49ers were favored by 18.5. And they covered. They won by 23. So
Wow. That's impressive.
all right, let's do the pick now.
Oh.
So yeah, what do you guys
Yeah.
have?
I
I'm
know you
going
have the
Bucks. Well, actually,
Both against the
if
spread.
you're going Chiefs,
You should pick Bucks so you can beat him in the playoff record.
yeah, again, I'm not going for a tie. I'm picking Bucks.
I'm proud of you.
Donis, what about you? Chiefs?
I'm taking the Chiefs. I'm like, I don't even have a doubt against this. I mean,
Fuck it, I'm with you, Nick. I'm picking the Bucks. If I get this right,
Yeah.
then me and Shannon will.
You
tie
can't
for
give up on
second.
him now. You've picked him all the way.
Yeah,
so you
but I
got
mean,
yeah.
I've also been on the
big
Chiefs.
Chiefs supporter too.
I
Hey,
came,
you were
I came into
So,
that NFC Championship.
now
game.
might be a good time to reflect actually on our picks from the beginning of the year.
No,
What do you mean now?
I don't
We had
feel
like
it.
Saints, Eagles, NFC.
We had
Championship.
Saints
Yeah.
Eagles in the Super
I
Bowl.
thought the Bucks were going to
Yeah,
beat
Saints,
the Saints
Eagles in the
in
Super Bowl,
the
Nick.
NFC
Think about that for a
Championship.
second.
I meant the NFC Championship.
I thought
God.
I thought that the Bucks were going to play the Saints. We all thought that we had Bucks versus Saints in the NFC Championship and the NFC Divisional, and I had the Bucks. You guys were like, "Oh, the Saints are going to win because it's the Saints," and then I was like, "Oh, Eagles are going to beat the Bucks." So yeah,
Yeah,
I was all in on the Eagles before the season. I mean, I thought
To be
they were
fair,
good.
let's contextualize the Eagles season.
I was all in on them.
Let's go.
Me and
through
Donis
some
are
of
right about the AFC Championship, though. We both picked Chiefs Bills.
Yeah, that's right. We picked the
Did I
Ravens.
say that?
Yeah,
I
we
think so,
both
yeah.
did.
I'm a genius.
Chiefs versus.
Let's take a quick look at the Eagles on offense. Left tackle out for the season. Backup left tackle out. Left guard out. Backup left guard out. Center. Jason Kelsey played the whole season. Right guard Brandon Brooks out. Right guard backup out. Right tackle out. Right tackle backup out. Right tackle third string out. Actually,
Arguably
left
the
tackle backup.
Yeah.
I'm left tackle third string. In and out. Quarterback. Worst season ever. Wide receivers. They had D. Jackson and Alshon hurt all year. Fulgham finally played well. He was the best receiver over the span of 3 weeks, and then he played like 20% of snaps because of Doug Peterson. And then on defense, Darius Slay was terrible, and they also just didn't get turnovers.
Fletcher Cox was all right, but wasn't he hurt a fair amount too?
I think he played hurt, but I don't think he missed
Yeah.
a significant time. He missed
Yeah.
like a game or two.
And their defense was never that insane, but I still thought it would be good enough. And I thought the offense was going to be elite because the O line had from 2000, I think it was 2018, 2019, they had 4 of PFF's top 14 offensive linemen on their team. I'm like,
Yeah,
you
it
got
was absurd.
you have an O line like that. I'm like, they're going to be good. And I assume that law of averages, when you have a season that is injured as that was last year, that I thought that this year they wouldn't be injured.
And
So I
they
was
were
like, they
more
got
injured.
weapons. Wenz was an MVP candidate a couple years ago. They got one of the best O lines. They can figure it out defensively. This team's going to go 11-5, and then you know what? That didn't happen. But
I mean, the injuries were decimating. Wentz was terrible. The play calling was all. After like 2 weeks, they simplified the play calling, and it was just a disaster.
Yeah.
I'm expecting like a
Wait, we have to make a collective. We have to make a collective pick though for who's going to win the game because.
Okay.
I'm very much so on the Chiefs.
I think we should still pick. Even though I picked the Bucks in the predictions, I think.
Yeah, I think the Chiefs will win the game. I'm just picking the Bucks for the hell of it.
Yeah, and maybe they will lose, but get it. What if it's 24-23? You know,
That'd be depressing, honestly.
Hey, I mean, it was a decently entertaining game when these teams played. It was 27-24. So.
Well, it was mostly.
Yeah,
it was
except
mostly
Mahomes
Chiefs
is just
can't
going
manage
like
the clock.
all out.
It was also
yeah.
kind of some garbage time points for the.
Yeah, but the Bucks had a chance if they had stopped the Chiefs' drive, which they almost did. They got to third down. They would have had a chance to win or tie. But
I also want to say,
Tyreek Hill, Carlton
Tyreek Hill.
Davis. I'm concerned.
yeah,
Tyreek is.
yards.
I'm taking the over for Tyreek yards that game, whatever it is.
I think they're
I
just
think
gonna
that
have to
actually
pull a
would
Bill
be-
Belichick and just try and double cover him. But again, you have to double cover
just gonna have to
Kelsey
play
too.
high.
Yeah, good luck
Hines,
double
yeah.
cover Kelsey,
Gonna have to hide
Robinson, Mecole, Pringle,
Everyone.
Watkins playing. Is he hurt?
I think
Yeah,
so.
No, he's
He
not
didn't
playing.
play.
He
Yeah,
didn't play in the AFC Championship.
but he's got 2 weeks. So, but yeah.
Maybe.
Kansas. But hey, I mean, you know, even if the Chiefs get all that, I mean, it's not like the Chiefs' defense is that great, and we've seen how good Brady's looked. He just can't make. The thing is, Brady has to just. He can't throw any interceptions. You just can't give the ball to the Mahomes. You just can't.
Whoever
You
has
gotta-
more possessions is probably going to win that game.
You just gotta, and they gotta. The Chiefs, the Bucks need to score every time they have a good chance. So they can't afford to
Yeah.
get stopped. If they do,
I'm actually-
this game's over.
I don't know if this is a hot take. I'm gonna take the under for the game.
Really?
What is it? Like
What,
56
should
or
be
something?
50? Yeah, it's really high this year.
Yeah,
No, it's higher. It's like
52 and a half?
66.
60. Oh, Jesus.
Maybe I'm thinking of that wrong.
Oh, no way.
It was something absurdly high when I checked.
66.
I mean, that'd be 33-33. So let me see.
We're under.
That's
Oh,
kinda
56.
crazy.
56 and a half.
56.
Yeah.
Still,
Yeah.
I'm taking the under on that.
57 is
Why?
taking over.
I'm taking the over.
Is picking under. 57 is picking under.
Because
People are betting. Yeah,
no, I'm expecting that this is
130,
that the Chiefs try to manage the clock better instead of just try to score all the time.
which is what they do mostly.
Yeah,
That's why
yeah.
it seems
Unless
like they,
if the Bucks also score.
right. They would have to get. Well, I think we'll know pretty early on what kind of game
Yeah.
it'll be.
Live
I mean,
bet.
remember the Rams Patriots Super Bowl? Everybody thought that was going to be like fucking 38-35.
Yeah.
And it ended up being the lowest scoring Super Bowl
13-3. Yeah.
forever. So, yeah.
I think
But-
that would be a good
So
idea.
we went 9-3 in bracket picks.
What'd you
last
say,
week-
Chandler?
I think that would be a good idea. Stuart recommended that we do prop bets next episode in the
Yeah.
in the off week.
How long will the anthem go? Who's even singing it? I don't know. But bracket picks, we are 9-3. We could have gone 10-2 if y'all had just picked the Bucks with me last week, but nah.
Damn.
So, that's too bad. But yeah,
All right. Well, let's go for 10-3 this week.
yeah
We can
watch
be.
if they lose.
Yeah, go Chiefs.
If the Bucks win, yo, that'd be hilarious. Honestly,
I'd be happy.
The Bucks.
Brady.
Okay,
Oh my
I have a
God.
question.
If
This
the
is
Bucks
more for
win
Anthony, 'cause
this.
I know how Stuart.
Because part of me really wants to just shut Ethan up. I mean, no offense to Ethan, but he will not back down from Rodgers being the
So,
greatest.
He's a Dolphins fan. His opinion is
That's what I was saying to him. I was like,
Yeah.
look, I know it's been tough as a Dolphins fan, but
You guys probably
you
still
can't
aren't gonna get
deny
this
it,
on.
bro.
Yeah, well, no, they won't.
Andrew-
It'll just be Tua will become Tebow, and that will be,
I don't wish that on anyone.
I do.
I
Tua
don't
will
wish
become
him to go
Tebow.
play.
What? They're
I don't wish
completely
him
different
to become a
quarterbacks.
single
Are they
player.
though?
They also can't
Yeah.
throw. Both of them can't throw.
Yeah,
That's-
there you go. They're both lefties. They're both lefties. That's what I was
Lefty
saying.
quarterbacks. There
I think
is
they're
something
both-
to be said about lefty quarterbacks
Southpaw,
not succeeding.
Not
in-
succeeding. Yeah,
Because-
and also they're both like pretty religious, so they
Yeah.
both had
Tebow,
good
a
college
little
careers.
more than a little bit more so though.
Yeah.
But Andrew, I have a question for you. If Brady wins the Super Bowl this year, is he the greatest athlete of all time?
No.
Just on legacy alone.
Yeah, not in terms of physical talent.
Yes, I think he already is.
I think he's
successful.
already in the discussion. At least
He's
when you
already
talk
in the discussion,
I
but
think
like,
four major American sports,
Yeah.
definitely.
Yeah.
oh, in the 4 major American sports,
I think he's
I'm
already.
I'm not even
He
gonna
already
argue
is.
anybody for baseball because like there isn't a goat in baseball.
Yeah,
It's kinda hard to-
Gretzky.
yeah.
No, Hank Aaron, Mike Trout. How are you supposed to decide?
It's like advanced stats. Mike Trout's
Yeah,
like
it's-
amazing.
yeah.
And like,
Yeah.
there's like Babe
Yeah,
Ruth and
I
Barry
mean,
Bonds.
Gretzky, maybe Gretzky. I don't know. In the 4 American sports,
Gretzky's up there, but I mean,
He's-
I think
he's
Brady's better than
undisputed.
Gretzky.
Yeah.
I don't know enough
I think-
about Gretzky to.
Yeah, me
Yeah,
neither.
no, I mean Gretzky was great. Don't get me wrong, but
Gretzky
he's
holds
not.
like he holds like over 50 records. It's just
Yeah.
like no one's gonna beat Gretzky.
He's like Wilt Chamberlain in the modern era for hockey.
Basically, yeah.
In basketball, what is a debate in
Dude,
basketball?
imagine how much of a physical.
I mean,
specimen Wilt Chamberlain would
Gretzky
have
was in the
been
'80s,
2020.
so he's
Yeah.
kind
in
of
the
like
4
Michael
American
Jordan.
sports, I'd probably consider Brady to be the goat.
Well, he's
But-
going to grab another one this Sunday.
But overall,
This Sunday, but yeah.
I can't put him as the greatest athlete for any sport. Like Michael Phelps. It's just like
Yeah, Phelps.
it's
Or
untouchable.
Usain
Yeah.
Bolt.
Untouchable. I'd say Usain Bolt. but,
He's
like, people
he's
are
in.
kinda
I
close
would
to
say
it.
he's in the conversation for every sport.
I think he needs to.
Yeah, he's in the
win.
conversation, and I think that
the
conversation
greatest
ends as soon as
Olympian
the
ever.
name, the words Michael Phelps come out of anybody's mouth.
Yeah, 8 gold
Yeah.
medals and 1 Olympics. I mean,
Like
I
you
know,
just,
it's
you can't
ridiculous.
beat Michael
You
Phelps.
can't compare.
Lance Armstrong.
Neil
Listen to-
Armstrong,
Neil Armstrong, the greatest athlete. ever.
guys, he went to the moon.
Dude,
Can't beat
Brady's
that.
Brady's
Thank you
the
for-
greatest. Brady's the greatest athlete based on athletic ability. I mean, have you seen that body? Come on.
Yeah, guys, come on.
Devontae Smith.
The real
He
question
gives him a
is
run
who-
for his money.
Have you
Yeah.
seen his 40-yard dash time?
Seen
Like,
his 3-cone drill? DK Metcalf. has it.
I mean, I think it is a little underrated though. We obviously talk about Brady from a legacy standpoint, but I mean, if you take 2007, I mean, who could throw a ball further than Brady in 2007?
that's exactly.
He was just on talent alone, still one of the
Aaron
best
Rodgers.
quarterbacks in the league at his
Not
best.
in
Right.
2007.
2007, this dude, he could throw 70 yards accurately to Randy Moss. I mean, you could see some of the
That's
throws that
literally what
season.
I was saying.
He
Even
was
was like, oh,
amazing.
that's because Randy Moss is one of the greatest receivers ever.
He has
That's
best season
true.
under Brady
He's
for a
second
reason.
greatest receiver ever.
Yeah,
He's not.
definitely. But
I said one of the greatest.
yeah, but he's easily second. But yeah, Brady, just talking about talent alone, he is one of the better quarterbacks to play. I mean, he has an unbelievable arm at his peak. He can still throw
Yeah.
that thing pretty
Even
far.
now
But-
he like that ball is still.
And when he was a little
He was
more
like-
mobile, he was pretty incredible and very
we
accurate.
See
of
now,
course.
we
But-
see now with Philip Rivers, who I don't think he'd retired by the last time we had the last episode.
He
I'm
did.
not sure, but
No,
I
he
think
did. He
so.
retired after the game, didn't he?
Was it
Yeah,
right?
it was like
I don't
a day or two after.
Okay,
Yeah.
whatever. And yeah, so we see in Philip Rivers not really being able to spin the ball. We see Big Ben not being able to spin the ball. Brady still being
Brees.
Drew Brees not being able to.
Brady still's one of the better arms. in the
Brady
league, I
still has like you see even in the Washington game and then in the New Orleans game and then especially in the Green Bay game, that
Yeah.
ball is still coming out with zip exactly where it needs to be, tight spirals. That's incredible.
I know. It's ridiculous to look back and kind of just look at other athletes who are this old and just be
Brady has
like,
a higher percentage of making the Super Bowl than Steph Curry has of making a 3-pointer.
think. Yeah, that's an annual
That's
post to that.
absurd.
damn.
That's absurd.
Yeah,
that
he
is
was
If he
absurd.
makes the Super Bowl
Wow.
if he makes the Super Bowl next year, then he will have made the Super Bowl in 50% of his seasons. 11 and 22.
Oh my
I know
god.
it's
He's
football's a
made
team
that. He's
sport.
made the conference championship in a third of his season, 2/3 of his season.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
absurd.
My god.
I don't think he can make
That's
the Super Bowl next year. I don't know.
I don't see
Never
why
seen that.
not.
I didn't think he was going to make it this year.
yeah,
don't see
me
why not.
neither.
Where we are.
Without Godwin,
I hope.
If
What I hope.
they got to keep the weapons around.
Hey, no. If they win the Super Bowl this year, I think Godwin could stay for one more year.
Also, they got
Otherwise-
budding talent. Tyler Johnson. He's
Yeah,
gonna be
I
good.
liked him a lot coming out of the draft.
If they keep
Even
one of these-
Scotty Miller's been great.
oh
And
yeah.
Scotty Miller.
I
I
don't
hate
think it's-
Scotty
Scotty Miller
I don't-
says that he's faster than Tyreek Hill.
Well, what do you
Yeah,
want him to
he's-
say? Yeah, man, he's
I
faster.
don't
than
want
me.
him to comment on it because
They
it's-
asked him a question.
They asked me a question. You know what his
Say-
response is? I'd like to think I'm fast, but nobody can beat Tyreek. Something like that. Something realistic.
Yeah, or
You know
Like,
what?
not like
Yeah.
DK Metcalf
He's
putting
like, hey,
himself as
we're-
the second best receiver in the NFL behind
Yeah, and
Julio.
then
Neither of
Justin
you are
Jefferson
top
said he
five.
was number
Yeah.
4.
Yeah, well, that's tough.
He didn't even put neither of them put Tyreek Hill in the top 5. Yeah, I'm not.
Like, Tyreek is number 2. I hate to break it to you
Tyreek
guys.
is number 2.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's probably Devontae.
Devontae,
Tyreek,
and
and-
I would put Devontae, DeAndre, then Tyreek.
yeah. I don't know. Tyreek
Nuke
might be
is
better
3
than,
for me.
than Hopkins. Hopkins did not.
Yeah.
He's
Great
literally.
second
But the
Kind
problem
of
with
blew it
Hopkins is
after
all
he
Hopkins'
caught the
route
Hail
were, like,
Mary this
random
year. He
short
kind of
routes to
fell
the
off
left,
the
'cause
map.
Cliff Kingsbury's an idiot who should be fired immediately.
Facts.
I'm Cliff Kingsbury has to
Damn.
go to sleep every night knowing they had a losing record with Patrick Mahomes in college.
Yeah, and also the fact that this Cardinal team didn't make the
He's
playoffs and the Bears did.
He's
Yeah.
terrible.
They
but
have a
if-
losing
maybe
record.
he wanted to
Ruins Tyler.
purposely
I'm
lose his
I'm
spot because he didn't want to play on Nickelodeon.
Possibly. They would have.
Guys, that's a
I bet
conspiracy theory.
the Cardinals could have beaten this freaking Saints team.
He is afraid of SpongeBob?
Yeah, definitely.
Conspiracy theory?
No,
Well, anyway.
that's that.
Anybody else have anything?
Nah,
No.
I'm done. Well,
The bottom tier episode.
Just like our
Sorry.
worst
yeah,
slot.
this is being the bottom of the barrel for Nick Antonakis moments on the Nosebleeds podcast. But anyway, we still appreciate everybody watching here today. If you haven't already, make sure to subscribe here on the Nosebleeds podcast YouTube channel. Give us a like. to see another episode back here next week. If we don't see you next week, we might take a week off next week because we might not have anything to talk about. But if you do see us next week, it'll be more preview of the Super Bowl, maybe quarterback rankings, something like that. If not, we'll see you right after the Super Bowl for a full recap of the Super Bowl as well as the NFL season as a whole. Maybe we'll do like an awards episode for the season's best moments or whatever. I don't know. We'll see.
Nosebleeds best moments.
Donus is confused, but it's all right, guys. We'll see you soon from the Nosebleeds podcast. My name is Nick Antonakis, along with Stuart Brooks, Chandler Batts, and Andrew Donus. We'll see you back here soon. Thanks so much for watching, everybody.